To introduce our next speaker for the day, we now request Mr. A. Siddharth, Council Member Chennai Chapter, to introduce Mr.C.Sathyamoorthy, Vice President, Aquasub Engineering Foundry Division, to our audience.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce Mr. Sathyamoorthy sir. He's a very familiar and popular face amongst IIF. Thank you for being here, sir. To give a few words about Mr. Sathyamoorthy, he has done his education BE Metallurgical Engineering in Government of College Engineering, Salem, 1993 pass out. ME Process Metallurgy, IIT Roorkee, 1995 pass out. He's a gold medalist and an MBA from Human Resources from Anna University, Chennai. One of his other academic qualifications include Qualified Lead Auditor for ISO 9000, ISO TS 16949, and ISO 14001 Management Systems. Sathyamoorthy sir had begun his work experience by joining Magma Electrocastings in the year 1995 as a GET. He had grown strength to strength and became a general manager and left the organization in the year 2012. In this duration, he had held multiple positions like metallurgy, quality assurance, manufacturing, etc. And he was one of the pioneers in that industry. Leaving that, he had joined Dakshin Foundry Private Limited and was the head of operations for 1.5 years. And later, he's now in Aquasub Engineering. He was asked to join in July of 2014 as the head of Foundry Division. And Aquasub was awarded the best Foundry Executive of the year 2012 by IIF Coimbatore. And he has held several training programs for IIF, including metal training programs for the IIF Coimbatore chapter, and guided more than 20 student projects for students in ME, MBA, MCA, and BE. This is just a few of his accomplishments. We are very privileged to have you here, sir. Thank you.
So I'm coming from Coimbatore actually. So happy Foundry Day to all. So Coimbatore NFD na we only celebrate. We will not have any technical sessions. We have the family get together, parties and all. However, Chennai used to have a tradition of having hectic technical sessions. So as I am coming from Coimbatore, I am just still not come out of the celebration mode. So I will not be boring you much with any technical things. We have been giving a lot of technical things, and I am sure that all you Foundrymen know much more than what I know on sand reclamation, because it's a topic of the day for last few years. Everyone is facing the problem of sand dumping, sand availability, cost increase, everything we are discussing, environment. So everyone is thinking of reclamation. However, still the green sand foundries have not gone in a full swing. However, if you see the other foundries like Nobek foundries, shell molding foundries, they have gone already in a full-fledged reclamation plant. However, the green sand foundries, they have not gone into the full depth of it. So I would like to present a small case study which with the actual our data which we did for the last almost from 7-8 years in the field of sand reclamation and green sand. So I would like to present our own data. Don't think that I am marketing for any reclamation plant manufacturers. Actually, we have 4 reclamation plants now with 3 brands. So I have no favor or unfavor to any manufacturers. So we just want to present what the data which I have. So why we should reclaim a green sand? So one is availability is getting very poor. Cost is increasing. Then the quality of sand is very bad. Sometimes we get we are forced to use whatever only we are getting. We are not able to dictate any quality terms. Then the issues related to dumping of sand. Now the Pollution Control Board is not allowing us to discard the sand anywhere. So it's all becoming a problem. And another thing is the cost. So I directly come to our foundries. We have totally 5 foundries which are running. Most of them are captive foundries, so I don't have any issue in sharing my data. So Foundry 1 is the green sand foundry with the gas iron and gunmetal as products. Foundry 2 we have a green sand line, again iron, producing iron with a small no-bake molding system. Foundry 3 we have green sand line with it is a vertical molding line. Foundry 4 is fully shell molding line with steel as a product. Foundry 5 which I have just installed is commissioned 2 months back, which is also iron foundry with the vertical molding systems. So this is our the first reclamation plant which I have installed. I think many of you have visited this also, including Sundaresan sir. They have come and visited our plant. So initially we had a lot of discussions and evaluations before going for it, whether it will work, whether the quality of sand will be okay, then whether economically it will be okay, why can't we buy sand instead of reclaiming it. All the questions were raised. Then we thought even if we don't make money, let's save something to the environment. That's what our decision was. So we have decided, because we didn't have any examples to see in India. So people are telling it was installed in Germany, it was installed in Italy, but we didn't have any reference points in India. So actually we thought, let's go for it. At least even if we don't make money, we will save something on the environment. So we have gone for it. This is the process which we decided to follow. The excess sand being disposed now. So that excess sand from disposal hopper will come into the vibratory feeder. Then it will go for a heater. So because the systems require sand input to be the moisture of the sand input to be less than some percentage. So we have put a LPG heater. Then we get into the scrubber. Then again it has taken back to the separate hopper. Then that will be added into the system. So this we have decided it fully automatic. There is no manual intervention involved. All sensors and conveyors we installed. So no man was involved in operation, except for some regular maintenance. So this was our calculations initially. Though I will present you the actual data, so it doesn't matter much. We have gone with some data. Mostly this table will be useful because the quality of sand is we have gone with how to control debt lay. That was the main factor. Though there will be so many other factors, we have gone with only the control of debt lay, so that if you control the debt lay, other factors will fall in line, other sand properties will fall in line. So for every kg of new sand, we have decided to add 2 kg of reclaimed sand. So if you add 2 kg of reclaimed sand, we will reduce 1 kg of new sand. That was the initial calculations which we made. And then we have gone into the trials. So initially we had a lot of issues. Then we are debt lay reduction we have calculated. That was considered as a main factor. So we are able to reduce the debt lay from at least 30 to 60% of what was there. Suppose if you have 2% debt lay initially, you will get we have to get a 1% or 0.8% debt lay on the reclaimed sand. That was our target. Then we had energy consumption of 20 kilowatt LPG consumption of 4.3 kg per metric ton, then cost, so it comes to about 418 kg, 418 rupees per ton of reclaimed sand. So every kg of new sand will be replaced by 2 kg of reclaimed sand. So the cost for replacing 1 ton of new sand is about 836 kgs. That was our initial findings when we did installed the plant in 2015. So some benefits we have initially calculated is about 15 tons per day of new sand we could save. So that was working to about 425 kgs per month. Then this much of disposal to the environment we are reducing. That was our initial calculation. So then we also calculated how much trips transportation we would have used for a thing. So we just calculated about we saved about 1,500 liters of diesel a month. So investment was about 85 lakhs. Then savings of 1,500 rupees per ton of sand we calculated for 425 tons, which was working to 6,36,000 rupees per month. So 85,000 lakh investment was giving a return of investment of 14 months. So that initially that gave us the confidence that we are going in the right direction, not only in saving the environment but also on the business sense, that is economics also. So the first plant was installed in 15-16 with the cost of 80 lakhs. So 85 lakhs is the quoted price, and we had some negotiations and also the final price was 80 lakhs. So we installed the first machine. Then with the experience, we are also generating a lot of no-bake sand, the cell sand, the cores from. We used to consume about more than 1,000 tons of cold box cores. So those cores could not be reclaimed in that mechanical reclaimer which we installed, that the core lumps and all. So we thought of going for a thermal reclamation for that. So we have installed a thermal reclamation in the year 2019. Then again we have gone for the second of the same pneumatic scrubbing in the year 2021 for a different foundry. For only the 20 lakh difference is only the cost escalation between the period of 5-6 years. There is no difference. The same systems we have installed. So totally we have invested about 4.8 crores. So we have calculated the new sand consumption per kg of casting produced in all our foundries together. So before installation of any reclamation systems, our new sand consumption per kg of good casting was about 1.35 kilos. Then we installed the first mechanical reclaimer in 2015. Then it's slowly coming down. It has come down to 1.24, then 1.1, then 0.9, and then again to 0.8 in 2018 to 19. So we concluded that this is the maximum we can squeeze from this plant. So that's the point when we have decided to go for the next thermal reclamation plant. In that we used all our core lumps, rejected cores, all the shell molding waste. We have reclaimed it and used it for our own purpose. So then again there was a substantial reduction from 0.82 to 0.69, then 0.62. Then again the Foundry 3, which was not having a reclamation plant, so we have decided to put the reclamation plant there also. So in the year 2021 we have installed. So it is further now we are at this year we are expecting to conclude with, end the year with 0.38 kgs. So almost we have reduced about 2/3 of our sand consumption. So this is our actual data from our ERP records. Just yesterday I have taken it. So this is our total casting production per year, because we could not compare month on month because our business is seasonal. So some months the production will be very high and some months production will be very low. So I have taken a consolidated year on year comparison. So this is our actual production for the years. So this year we are expecting to end with about 32,000 tons. So our sand purchase is this, new sand purchase. So initially we are buying about 26,856 tons, that is before installation, for production of 19,000 tons. So now this year we are expecting to purchase only 12,000 tons for a production of 32,000 tons. So this is the total cost of purchase. So the year 2014-15 we have purchased the sand for about 8.5 crores. This year we will be buying for 3.85 crores. That's even those times the cost of sand was less. I just calculated, because I have just yesterday taken the numbers. So I have just calculated those times taken 3.2 rupees per kilo. Now I am taking 3.5 rupees per kilo. So if we were not installing that reclamation plant, this would have been our consumption. Totally, so we are saving. Our savings will be about 128,000 tons of sand in the last 8 years. We have saved. So the reclamation doesn't come free. It's not only investment, there is an operation cost also. I also calculated the operation cost here. This is the operating cost. Then this is the sand reclaimed to replace that new sand. This is the cost of operation. So net savings is, I have just made it here. So in the last 8 years we have saved about 33 crores with an investment of 8 crores. So we have not only saved the environment, we have not only saved the dumping to the society, we have not only saved the natural resources, we also made considerable money from the effort which you have taken. So with that confidence, we are also going for the fourth plant. So actually, most of you must be knowing we are coming up with the new foundry in Coimbatore. In that also, from the day one, we are going to run with the reclamation plant. So we are confident about this is going to be a differently new technology. So first one is pneumatic scrubbing, and then we have thermal reclamation with LPG as fuel. We have gone. Now the fourth machine will be. It is a totally new technology. It's a mechanical scrubbing. It's imported from Japan. We are very confident that this also will be successful and we will also make money out of it. Thank you so much. So actually, this is pneumatic scrubbing. So whatever the unburned bentonite in the sand will be going out as a dust with the dust collector. So we will not be getting it as bentonite. However, you will get other benefits, like the sand, normally the Indian sand is subangular. Due to the attrition, it becomes round. So your bentonite consumption per se will come down. I have not calculated in that cost savings, but there is a reduction in bentonite consumption. Initially we were using about 1.1, 1.2%. Now we are consuming anywhere between 0.9 to 1%. Yeah, that is the consumption has come down. Yeah. However, we are also doing, this is not the end, we are still doing some research and development. We are trying to use that dust, reuse that dust back into the system so that we can recover the bentonite and coal dust which are gone into the dust as a waste. But so far we have not productionized it. Yes, sir. Yes. Sir, we are getting about 70 to 75%, sir. Because 15% will go as a clay and all. Another 10% sand wastage is going. Thermal, we are getting more than 95% because there is no bentonite and coal dust. So it's 97, 98% we are getting.
Sir, you just said the addition of the sand become subangular to round. Okay. Have you faced any rejections during the period, sir?
As you know, the round sand is better for casting quality. So there is no increase in rejection, but there is a drop in rejection. Actually, in 2014-15, our rejections was about 9 to 10% total rejection. Now we are at 6 to 7%. But I don't attribute everything to this thing. We have also taken some other action, some improvement. It's not it's continuous. Nothing is. It's not everything is because of this, but there is an effect. But we could not quantify that. But it definitely it is not going in the reverse direction.
So basically, reclamation sand, the AFS number will be higher. Is it right, sir? Or you are maintaining some AFS specifications?
AFS, you mean it will become more fine, right?
Yes, sir.
It is not actually the case. It is actually reverse. We also thought like you only, but it's not like that. It is because most of the fines, unwanted fines will be removed in the blowing and the dust collection system. So actually your fines level will come down. So your AFS number comes down a little bit.
Thank you, sir.
Phenolic one.
It's thermal reclamation. We don't do alpha set. It is, we are using the same machine we are using for pep set, we are using for cold box, we are using for shell.
So what is the cost per kg reclamation charge?
We are getting about 2.5 to 2.6 rupees, sir, per kg.
Because Shumaga, we are coming up with a cluster project. So we are already given the DPR for 30 crores.
Okay.
As a Foundryman, we are doing it. So we may need your support in
Definitely.
giving us an idea how to go about thermal reclamation.
We are open, at least minimum 50 foundries would have visited our foundry to see it, as I said, including Mr. Sundaresan of Breaks India.
Thank you, sir.
We are open to show our foundry. We are a captive foundry, so we are not doing any casting for other customers. Maybe very small quantity we are doing, but we don't have any hesitation in showing our, particularly for the environment,
Thank you, sir.
the reclamation plants.
Thank you very much.
We don't have any problem.
The benefit which you have shown, but when the cost is concerned, you have taken all the costs, operating costs, maintenance costs for the plant.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Everything you have
yes,
concluded.
Yes. I have not taken the interest cost and all because that is coming in ROI as investment to return.
Okay.
But the maintenance, operation, power, we have taken.
Completely.
There are some very variables, the replaceable parts are there because
parts,
it is a pneumatic scrubbing. We have to change them some spares.
Okay.
That is
Everything
calculated.
considered.
That is considered.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for an excellent
Raj, just a second.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Very good presentation, first of all. And I would like to say, it's indeed very few foundry where we see the reclamation process followed in a foundry, specifically green sand. I want to know your experience because I think you initiated maybe 7-8 years before, and that was a time when this reclamation was not so known in the foundry industry. It was known, but majorly for the no-bake sand system, not for a green sand system. So what were the challenges you faced to convince your management for securing the approval? Because these are the challenges we are facing now with many foundries.
As I said in the beginning, I am fortunate to have a good management. Our management is a visionary. The initial decision was though there were some calculations given, but the master agreement between me and our management is that the cost should not increase. At least even if there is no benefit economically, cost-wise, we are saving something to the nature and environment. So let us do it. That was the decision taken. We have gone ahead with it.
Thank you.
Though we are not sure that time, but this was the decision taken.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for an excellent case study on the standard reclamation, which is the future for foundry industry to save on cost and while being environmental friendly. We now request Mr. R. Palanimurugan, Honorary Treasurer, to felicitate Mr. C. Sathyamoorthy with the traditional Angavastram. We now request Mr. Prabhu, Managing Director, Akila Castings, to felicitate Mr. C. Sathyamoorthy with a memento and a Foundry Metallica. Thank you, sir.